Hello. So I have not been really active in a while, but I'm going to be back now that I actually have time during the summer. So, where I left off last time, which was like 5 months ago, was doing Arashio. So I'm going to be redoing most of the stuff just because so many card changes have happened. I know this is like the third time I've done it, but you know. So I'm going to go ahead and cover them. And I'm going to be restructuring how the actual video is so that it'll be more organized and not kind of random. First card that we have here is Wire, who is a very generic card, like a lot of other generic cards. And you might have seen already that the template has changed as well. And I like this template a lot better, to be honest. Very professional looking compared to the last one. But yeah, Wire is a generic 1 scale. The next card is also a generic card. We got S3E3, and he also is just a generic 2 scale, nothing special. And the third card we have is Cybogro, who's a bit more interesting since he's the boss, or not exactly the boss, but the strongest out of any Arashio card so far on his own. And he's 6 scales. He's the highest skill generic card that there is, and probably will always be that way. The Arashio's main strategy is that they are the aggressive kind of thing where they try to get big damage on your fortress. And one of the best cards for that is definitely Wrencher. Wrencher is a 3 skill card with 140 attack, 40 critical, and 20 defense. Very low defense, but you'll see why. His ability reads: you may send an Arashio Dueler you've played this turn to your hand. To free play this card in the same zone, increase its attack by 100 and keep equipped cards. Why is this very good, you ask? Well, it's because you can basically get 240 attack for just 1 scale, which is very strong, and I feel like he could be broken. Thing is, I have not seen any situation where the opponent has not been able to get over him. Although I probably will make him actually send to discard instead and not to hand. Shock. His ability reads: when played, this dueler gains 40 attack for every other Arashio unit on the battlefield. It's a pretty good card, I think. He is a pretty strong card and worth playing if you have a lot of Arashio cards on your field. Next card we have is Zapakist. So Zapakist is a card that I feel like is very iffy. I have no idea how good he is. He's never been used like a lot of Arashio cards, which I'm kind of like, I really need to test them a bit more. He's a played Arashio unit. That unit's space critical gets doubled and added to its total attack stat, which is pretty powerful. He can't do much for himself, but if you don't have anything and you really need a card, he can get himself to basically normal attack. So if you play something like there's a Sec 2 card that's coming that will have 150 critical. That is an Arashio card, who will be able to get to 800 attack. So yeah, he's very strong. I have no idea how balanced he is because he's a very iffy card. He might be able to combo well with Cybogro, but that's only 500 for 9 scales. So I don't know. We'll see how Zapakist is. Next card we have here is I can't even say his name. Rizaitu, Beast of Rosidius, and he's the first split card that I have revamped. So I've revamped the split cards because the split cards were all very boring, no reason to play them. They were just like, haha, I have a lot of stats, and that's it. But yeah, he's only 2 scales to play, which is a massive upgrade from the 4 scales he was before when he didn't even have an ability. While this card is on the battlefield, raise all Duelers attack by Arashio Duelers attack by 100. So you can get some really He's a really good card. In my opinion, I think he's definitely worth playing. He can boost you a lot, and he can give you an attack if you need it. Your opponent most likely won't take him out, since they can use him too. So he's a good way to... He may be very strong, but he also runs the risk of your opponent using them against you. But also your opponent won't get rid of it most likely, or if they do, it won't be immediately. I haven't really seen splits get that much attention in games other than being an extra attacker for free. Next card we have is Thunderdove, Messenger of Light. His ability reads, when you play this card, permanently increases attack by 50 times the amount of support cards in play on your side. So, when you play Kingdom Duelers, your support cards, which are resources and equips, if they're ever removed, unless they're removed by a card ability that immediately removes them, once you play them, they're only sent at the end of your turn. So you can have, for example, you can play 5 resources and play a Thunderdove, and you get yourself 300 attack with them. This guy also combos pretty good with Wrencher. You can store attack with them. Next card we have is the Emerald version. So I had not actually shown these in my previous things. I was gonna save it for its own video, but I'm like, why not show it right after the original card? So Emerald ranks are alternate artworks, so they're a different rarity, and they are the exact same card, and you can't play 2 of one, 2 of the other version in one deck. There's still one card, but they're just alternate art versions of another card. So this one is Mailbird Thunderdove, which is basically Thunderdove but a mailbird, mailman, mailbird guy. And yeah, not much else to say about him. I like his art. A lot of people like his art better than the original. I would probably agree with that. Next we have Sorbrus the Adapting Dragon, which was basically the first card I ever made, and I really like how he looks. Very simple stats, which are 10, 10, 10, but his ability is very fun and also maybe annoying. His ability reads, whenever this dueler targets another unit, its stats become the same as that unit's. So you can attack, for example, let's say you attack a Resaitu, you'll get 280, 200 stats, and he'll retain those stats until the next time he attacks a dueler. The next card we have is Valuzinon. This guy is very good as well. I really like him too. His ability reads, when defeated, remove the attacking unit as well. This unit's stats cannot be increased. And it's also irremovable. This is the only keyword in abilities that I've actually added, which is irremovable. Irremovable basically means it cannot be removed by card abilities directly. Can be removed by lowering defense, which is a way to remove things, but it cannot be removed by actually using something that says remove or shuffle back into deck or expel from the field, or yeah. So that makes him a very good protector. He's 4 scaled though, and your opponent can play something and bait it into attacking it, but it does bait your opponent into actually attacking it. And if your opponent has a board already set up, you have to force them to actually get rid of one of their units, which is very nice. So yeah, I like Valuzinon a lot. And Valuzinon also has an alternate version, which is Exploding Valuzinon. Same thing as Valuzinon. Next we have Angry Flu. Angry Flu, which is part of the Flu archetype. And he's only 1 scale, 60 attack, 40 critical, 20 defense. My opinion, the Flu cards are a very good engine to put in any deck that needs generic protectors. Of course, if you don't add that many, then they aren't going to be that good, but there's really not much of a reason not to add Flus if you need more than 2 generic protectors, basically. So his ability reads, While you have flu units in your discard piles, this dueler's base stats are multiplied by the number of discarded flu units plus 1. Also, Angry Flu, by the way, specializes as an attack. There are 4 flus. In my opinion, Angry Flu is probably one of the best, or the best, flu in the archetype. He is just a very good way to deal damage. Next we have Acid Flu, which is also part of the flu archetype. This guy is the boss of the flu archetype. He's only a silver rank though. He's like the only boss that's actually silver rank, not gold rank. But his ability is the same as Angry Flu's, which is while you have flu units in your discard pile, this dueler's base stats are multiplied by the number of discarded flu units plus 1. His stats are 80, 80, 80, but he's 3 scales to play. So you can get him to very high stats. Is he strong? Yes, he's strong. Is he worth it? That's only really in flu, like dedicated flu decks, in my opinion. No reason to put Acid Flu in a deck when you only have like 2-3 flus. Wallbreaker Hackstish. This guy is part of the Wallbreaker archetype, which is the other archetype in the first set. And the Wallbreakers are also very aggro. Their whole concept is you need 2 on the field in order to deal double damage to fortresses, which can get you a lot of damage, like 480 damage. But the catch is that they have very low stats, but they're also very cheap to play. But since they have very low stats, they can't actually get over very big. They can't easily get over very big protectors. But this card is Wallbreaker Hackstish. Wallbreaker Hackstish reads, while this card is on your side, all Wallbreakers on your side gain 40 attack. If 2 or more Wallbreaker Duelers are on the battlefield, base attack is doubled when attacking a fortress. Also, when it says base attack, it means this card's base attack, just so you know. So Hackstish can help the Wallbreakers a lot. Rosidius Ruins, which is just a generic search 1 card for 1 scale, which is what every single faction has. So I'll just skip over that. Next we have Headshot. The equipped Arashio unit may, when attacking a protector, deal damage to the opponent's fortress equal to the difference between its attack and the defense stat of the attacked protector. So if you have a really strong card with very high attack and you're taking out a protector, you can deal the difference to your opponent's fortress, which can be very good. In my opinion, I think this card will be meta. Maybe? We'll see. I haven't actually tested it yet, so yeah, we'll see what this card is like. If your opponent plays something very small and you play this, then you have a very good advantage. Blackout is the next card that we have here. This is the last card of the video. Blackout, that is a pretty generic card in my opinion, with its ability being you play this at the beginning of your turn. You cannot attack this turn. While in your discard pile, all your Arashio units have plus 60 attack. If this card is removed from hand by an effect, expel it. In my opinion, this card is I don't know how good this is actually, because he can give every single unit plus 60 permanently, but the fact that you can't attack with that turn that you play it, I'm not sure. Blackout, that's the last card. Thank you for watching. Tell me if you enjoyed the video in the comments, I guess. Hopefully I can keep up this revival of the actual YouTube channel. I'll see you guys next time when I make a video next time. And thanks for watching, and goodbye. And also subscribe, please. Thank you.